Hi everyone, here's Dhruv from Fonearena.com and we're about to review the new Panasonic P81. At first glance, the Panasonic P81 looks like a part of the crowd. The phone remains a large black slab with the now mostly redundant capacitive buttons below the screen. Above the display lies the front-facing camera. Call it a focus on minimalism, but even with the run-of-the-mill front fascia, we found the Panasonic P81 to be a perfectly appealing device. The 5.5-inch display, when switched off, melds seamlessly into the slim, inky black bezels. With the 5.5-inch display, there's only that much that you can do to improve ergonomics. Following the lead of the LG G2, Panasonic has managed to keep the bezels slim. That means that the phone can just about be held without stretching your hand too much. Add to that the slim 7.9mm profile and you get a phone that will easily slip into any pocket. A metal trim runs along the sides of the phone. This is marred by the power key located on the right hand side, while the left side includes the volume rocker. The volume control keys lie flush with the side of the phone, which means that it isn't exactly easy to press them. The 3.5mm audio jack is located at the top of the phone, while the micro USB port is placed at the bottom of the device. The back of the phone is where the hardware gets a bit interesting. Taking cues from the Samsung Galaxy S5, the phone sports a faux leather back. Branding is kept fairly minimal with just the Panasonic logo over at the back. Above this lies the 13-megapixel camera module that unfortunately protrudes out from the shell. Flanking it to the right is the single LED flash. Overall, the hardware, while run-of-the-mill, doesn't disappoint either. The phone manages to look mildly interesting because of the clean design language, the faux leather back, and it all feels really good when held in the hand. Panasonic has also done a good job with the ergonomics of the phone by keeping the bezels slim. The Panasonic P81 runs on Android 4.2.2 and as such is well behind the curve. From the moment you switch on the phone, certain customizations are very evident. Gesture play is the default means of unlocking your phone. The ability to make certain gestures on the screen to launch specific applications is cool, but quickly becomes a nuisance if you want a quick glance at your display. The main interface is slightly skinned. The user experience comes close to stock, but not quite the same. Panasonic has skinned the icons but has not touched much else. A wide range of mostly useful applications comes preloaded on the phone. This includes the Quick Dial app, Readware, Play More, Pop iPlayer, and a favorite power saver application. The power saver application built into the Panasonic P81 is one of the most impressive and feature-packed implementations that we've seen so far. It offers the average user a lot of granular control over state-based battery control. With certain tweaks, we were able to get standby times well ahead of the competition. Overall, the Panasonic P81 software is minimally tweaked and is generally optimized well enough to not be an issue. The Panasonic P81 is powered by a 1.7 GHz octa-core MediaTek MT6592 processor with a Mali 450MP GPU. This is part of the lower bin of MediaTek's octa-core chipsets. Where the phone does feel a bit underspec'd is in terms of RAM. With just 1 GB on board, we couldn't help but feel that the phone ran out of steam all too often because of shortage of RAM. Performance in day-to-day usage is good enough for the most part with the occasional stutters or lags. The phone has been equipped with a 5.5-inch 720p panel. This brings pixel density to about 267.02, which is far from the highest around. We'd have much preferred to see a 1080p panel here. The display is an IPS panel and performs like you'd expect. Outdoor visibility is good but not great, as brightness levels could have been a bit higher. For indoor usage, we found the panel to be fantastic as far as viewing angles are considered. Colors were oversaturated, but this comes down to individual preference. A lot of users might actually prefer the boosted colors for multimedia consumption. While on paper the pixel density wasn't particularly high, there was little to complain about it in day-to-day usage. Sure, the 720p panel does display some jaggies around icons if you go looking for it, but it really is not a deal breaker. The camera on the Panasonic P81 is a 13-megapixel unit capable of autofocus. The phone can record Full HD video as you'd expect. Over at the front is a 2-megapixel camera module, and on the side is a single LED flash for low-light shots. During our testing, the phone had a tough time throttling down the LED flash, which resulted in ghost-like washed-out images. Image quality in general is quite good. The camera is great at taking close-up shots, and as most of the phones in the category, takes more than passable shots in good lighting conditions. The camera did struggle with dynamic range, and using the HDR mode helped in those situations. Connectivity options on the Panasonic P81 includes all the standard features. This includes 3G HSPA+, Wi-Fi 802.11 BGN, Bluetooth 3.0 and GPS. The phone is of the dual SIM variety with only SIM 1 supporting both WCDMA and GSM. The phone has 8 GB of built-in storage, and you'll definitely want to use the microSD card slot for expansion. A 2500 mAh user replaceable battery pack can be found under the rear panel of the phone. Our battery benchmarks estimated 6 hours of screen on time with a 70% CPU workload, constant data activity, and screen brightness set to 60%. This should emulate an average workload for a day. We quite like the Panasonic P81. It offers a sensible balance between design, specifications, and price point. The design, while nothing extraordinary, looks good enough, and the slim bezels and faux leather improves ergonomics. The phone feels great when held in the hand. Performance too is fine for the most part. The Panasonic P81 is a good phone but lacks a little bit too much to be a great one in our opinion. If you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.